I'm back with another video, folks, and yeah, this Thomas engine right here came with this Trackmaster 2 set that I got. That's from the Great Race. I forget the name of this though. I think it's called the Skyscraper jump set or the Skydive jump set. I forget the name of it though, but yeah, but yeah, no, that came with that, and yeah, so also let me show you guys this again. I know I showed this a few days ago, and I promise you I won't repeat myself. But yeah, these are just because I wrote so small for some of these things. Just want you guys to see it up close better. Because like I said before, everything that I mentioned on my YouTube videos and kind of YouTube posts as well is 98% written on here of what I talked about. It's all written on here, and yeah, I know I said what the other 2% was that I did not, that I forgot to mention on here as well, but yeah, but I'll just say that I don't have to repeat myself. I 100% don't have to repeat myself now, folks. Now that I've said everything so many times on my YouTube videos and YouTube posts kind of as well. And yeah. And yeah, no, I once also tested that motorized edge of the day out with Thomas 2025 on the Great Race set, the set right here from the Great Race. I once tested it on there and it kind of worked, but I just haven't tested these ones yet though. So yeah, and two, folks, if you think about it, folks, look at this. When I showed this off the last time recently, like where this line is right here, that line, all the ones that are up there are the ones that I love to collect the most. And same thing with like regular model trains. Well, yeah, it's right there too. And yeah, like, and as for like the rest of this going down here, you can like pretty much ignore though. But then actually, but no, like right, where is it? Like right here, there, and then there. Well, for some things in here, and right there. There, you guys. You know what? No, I'm not even gonna say it because then if I end up repeating myself so many times, I'm not taking a chance. But let me say it this way, folks. If I ever decide to collect these trains, these ones down here as well, and even these ones as well, that and yeah, the trains that I may or may not collect and trains that I don't collect and never will, that if I change my mind about both of those two that I just mentioned, that yeah, no, like don't mind if I do, because mostly, folks, whatever though, that if I end up collecting these trains right here and these ones right here, well, mostly these ones, yeah, for the ones that I may or may not collect, if I collect these ones, the ones that I don't collect, and never will if I collect these ones, that they don't mind if I do. And for some in here that I don't collect anymore, that yeah, I know, like, well, anything trains, folks, and everything, like, don't even mind me at all. That if I end up like collecting trains or whatever, because actually, folks, I'm just gonna say it this way. Exactly what you read and everything the other day on here. Yeah, let's just keep it at that though, alright? That if I end up collecting trains that I may or may not collect, and same thing if I collect trains that I said that I would never collect and never will, that if I change my mind about both of those, then yeah, that's on me. It's up to me, and don't mind me at all if I do. As long as I just don't repeat myself, that's all that matters, you know? So yeah. So yeah, folks. Yeah, all I'm gonna say, folks, now that we're close to 5 seconds from 6 minutes away into this video, now we're 6 minutes into this video. Now that we're over 6 minutes into this video, I'm just gonna say that, yeah, what you guys read on here and everything and all that, and yeah, just, if I do collect the ones that I may or may not collect, same with the ones up here and like right here. Actually, no, let me actually say it this way. Like, any of these trains that I may or may not collect, and same thing with trains that I won't and never will collect, that are all written on here that I wrote. For those two reasons, if I change my mind and collect those, then yeah, I won't repeat myself about it, how I say like this and that, blah, 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 and all that. Yeah, or even trains that I used to collect that I don't collect anymore or much of anymore. Yeah, I won't even like say what it is, because I'm just gonna not repeat myself. I'm just gonna be like every other rail fan and YouTuber and just enjoy the train hobby and everything, Why waste my breath that way, So yeah, I'm just gonna enjoy the train hobby and all that. And hey, if I end up collecting trains that I'm not interested in, or trains that I may or may not collect, that if I end up collecting those types of trains that I may or may not collect, or trains that I'll never collect, that, hey, if I do, then I do, but I'm not going to go on and repeat myself about it. So yeah, folks. So yeah. See, because it even says it right there. If I change my mind for one of these, it's a 1% chance or less, but mostly not. That is for like right here. If I do collect, well, yeah, all right, you guys already know. Trains that I may or may not collect, trains that I will never collect and don't collect, and trains that I used to collect that I don't collect anymore. If I change my mind for all of them, then yeah, if I change my mind for all three of those reasons, then yeah, don't even mind me at all if I do for any of them. And yeah, it's basically up to me to decide and everything. And yeah. So yeah, folks, that is that. And yeah, mostly, instead of repeating myself, and I know I said this too, that all that matters is that it's just best to enjoy the train hobby. Just collect trains that you love to collect and everything. And then if there's other kinds of trains that you may or may not want to or don't want to collect, or if you're like thinking about it or whatever, then it's just best don't repeat yourself and just enjoy the train hobby. just like for trains that you're not interested in and you might change your mind and want to collect them, then yeah, it's just best to like not even repeat yourself, including me, and just enjoy what you love and everything. And yeah. So yeah, all right, now that I got that off my chest, that yeah, my head is like spinning right now after what I said right there and everything, but yeah, it's just time to let it go. So yeah, folks, let's see, I'm gonna test out one of these engines for the motorized line, and yeah. All right, that still works. All right, let's start out with classic Thomas. Oh boy. Ah, ha, ha. Let's try it again. All right, he fits through there. All right, there we go. So yeah, trains that I may or may not collect, and trains that I will never collect and not interested in. That if I change my mind about both of them and I end up collecting them, of any trains that I may or may not collect, and trains that I'm not interested in, if I do collect them, then that's up to me and don't mind me at all. And yeah. And if it happens, then I just will not repeat myself about what I mentioned about those in the past. I'm just gonna be like every other rail fan and YouTuber and model railroader, and just enjoy the train life and train hobby. Why waste my breath that way and all that? And yeah. Oh. So yeah, folks. So yeah. Okay, let's test out. All right, time to test out another engine. Yeah, even for trains that I used to collect and all that. Oh my goodness. Look at all that. My God, look at the classic Thomas. He's all covered in spider webs. What the heck? Wait. Hold on, let me get all this off of him real quick. Because yeah, folks, before, like years ago, when I collected trains that I loved and like used to collect, that I never had an issue of like repeating myself. But for some reason, the older that I am now, I kind of just have a hard time repeating myself and everything. But yeah, but I've been getting better at it lately and all that, and yeah. Because yeah, that's the version I'm trying to go back to, is the version of me when I would collect trains and do videos on it, and I would not repeat myself about it over and over. So yeah. All right, we will do Gordon next. All right, Gordon, it is your turn. Cause yeah, no. Yeah, no, cause years ago, folks, when I would do unboxing videos of like new trains that I would get of anything, that I would not have a problem at all. I repeated myself, and I would never repeat myself. But now that I'm older and everything, for like these past like 8 or 9 months, I just like would like keep like repeating myself and all that. And yeah, but I'm getting better at it and everything, like learning to like not like repeat yourself and everything. And well, me though, obviously, but yeah, but I've been better at it though. And yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys that, because now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to go back to the old version of me, that when I would do unboxing videos, that I would never ever ever like repeat myself. And yeah. All right. Starting today, you know what? Doesn't matter anymore, folks. I really don't care anymore, you know what? Why though? If I keep like repeating myself and my brain's like spitting fast, like, oh wait, did I say this? Did I mention that? But you know what, folks? At this point, I'm just gonna pretend like it's nobody's business or anything, but in a way of like, just because I just like repeated myself so many times, so you know what? You know, it's like whatever I show off and everything, and whatever I talk about, as long as I don't repeat myself anymore, then that's all that matters. If I get trains that I may or may not collect, and trains that I would never collect and I end up getting, and same thing with trains that I used to collect and I'm starting to collect again a little bit or whatever, that yeah, for all those that they don't even, then yeah, then all the fans have to do, including mine, they just have to sit back, relax, and watch the entertainment. So yeah, and oh yeah, Gordon can't even. Can Gordon even? Oh yeah, no, he can't even fit through there, folks. He can't even fit through there. All right. No more repeating myself, folks. All right, I'm not repeating myself ever again. And he's stuck. Can he even get through there? Yeah, no, he doesn't fit through there. All right, you know what? You know what, folks? I'm not gonna test out James or Flying Scotsman, because I have a feeling they're not gonna fit either. But you know what? Let me see. Would Gordon be able to fit through here? Or you know what? This can't hurt. Let's see. Let's see. Nah, he can't. He can't fit. No, this is mostly. Well, I mean well, Thomas right there and the Thomas right there, they can fit though, but just not the tender engines for the new line. So yeah, folks, I promise you, I am just gonna stop repeating myself. For heaven's sake, I'm just gonna stop repeating myself and just be like any other rail fan and everything. Just enjoy trains that I love to collect. And yeah, all right, there's not that much to say anymore about it. So yeah, all right. That's it for today's video, folks. Leave a like and subscribe. Peace out.